What's up, guys? Welcome to the American Sports YouTube channel. It's Sam here today with another video, and this one is going to be kind of special because we're doing the Tom Brady era in Tampa Bay. It's going to be a fun episode. NFL season's really soon, and I thought I'd show you guys what's going to happen in Tampa Bay. So, I've made a decision about my Madden videos. I was planning on going through each NBA team. Each NFL team and then NBA team, but NFL team and just rebuilding them chronologically like that. And I've decided that's going to get kind of boring and repetitive. So we're going to do more like trend-oriented stuff like Tompa Bay. For instance, the Joe Burrow era, that would be another one that I could do. Justin Herbert era, stuff like that. And we're doing the Tom Brady era. And it's most likely going to be a pretty short video because Tom Brady is around 43, I believe, at this point. 43 or 44. And he's now in Tampa Bay after being with the Patriots for 20 years. And I thought I'd show you guys what Madden has happening in the Tom Brady era in Tampa. So without further ado, let's look at what Tom's got to work with. So, hopefully he stays past this year. I think he will because he signed a 2-year deal with the Bucs. But he's a 90 overall here, and I'm not sure why Leonard Fournette isn't on the team. I'll have to work that out, but I'll make sure Leonard Fournette is on the team before the season. Maybe because it's not official. I actually just updated Madden's rosters, so that's kind of annoying, but I'll fix it myself. Don't worry about that part. Leonard Fournette will start in the backfield with Ronald Jones behind him. Mike Evans, the X Factor, wide receiver 1. Chris Godwin, wide receiver 2. And then we'll have Scotty Miller and the rookie Tyler Johnson behind them. O.J. Howard's going to be our fullback, I guess. And we're very deep at tight end with Gronk, O.J. Howard, and Cameron Brate. O-line, a little bit to be desired. We could upgrade that for sure. Tristan Wirfs is our right tackle. Alex Kappa here. Ryan Jensen and Ali Marpet. Marpet is definitely our best O-lineman, and Wirfs hopefully can develop into our number 2 lineman. And then Donovan Smith, who's grossly underrated at a 70. He should be at least a 76, I would say. But Gronk is pretty overrated at a 92 overall, even though I think when they originally released the ratings, he was a 95, so they must have bumped him down a little bit. So let's look at the defense. Levante David, superstar, with Devin White on the inside. Very good pair there, with Shaq Barrett and JPP outside. D-line, headlined by Vita Vea, who's an 87 overall. Dominic Sue is also an 86. That's pretty nice. Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy Bunting, and Jamel Dean highlight our cornerback group. 2 out of those 3 being star devs. Carlton Davis should be. Honestly, he should be better too, but, it is what it is. And Antoine Winfield, the rookie, who's hidden at 75 overall, and Jordan Whitehead at 73 overall. So we're going to have one off season after this year to build with Tom Brady. Unless he stays beyond that initial contract with the Bucs, which I don't really see happening. He'll probably retire after 2 years. But it's going to be a fun little mini episode for you guys. It's going to be, hopefully we make the playoffs both years. Hopefully I get to play with Tom a little bit, show you guys some gameplay. And yeah, let's get right into it. Year 1 was definitely a good one. Let me take you guys through what we did in our schedule. Here we go. So we actually started off really rough, but I'll show you. So that's the preseason. Regular season, we started off with 2 losses to the Saints and Panthers. The Panthers went 11-5. That is insane. I mean, it's not likely, but hey, Madden says it. Saints creamed us week 1, though. Then the Panthers beat us. Eked out with a win against the Broncos. Lost a close game to the Chargers. So at 1-3, I was kind of nervous. And then we reeled off 5 or 6 victories in a row, including a 37-3 win over the Giants and a 35-7 win over the Panthers, plus a 19-14 victory over the Saints, who creamed us before. So the improvement was real. Then we lost to the Rams, but bounced back with a big dub against the Chiefs. beat the Vikings and Falcons, and then lost our last 2 weeks after we pretty much had clinched the playoffs. But that is a pretty realistic simulation of what Tom Brady's first season in Tampa could look like. So let's look at the stats. What could his stats look like? And that's pretty good. That's honestly really good. 4,300 yards, 32 and 13, 68% completion. I think that's probably realistic. Running the ball, Leonard Fournette was very good. I'm definitely thinking about re-signing him. I'm not sure if I will, though. But 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns is very good. I could always just draft another running back or go with Ronald Jones, though. So, you know, that's all up in the air, even though he was very, very good. Receiving, Mike Evans had a great year. Oop, accidentally switched that. All right. Mike Evans was great. Chris Godwin, 94 receptions, but only 9.8 yards per reception. That's kind of But O.J. Howard and Gronk were very good from the tight end spot. I think O.J. Howard had like 150 yards in our last game because I actually checked our stats before that, and he only had like 600 yards. It may have been around 100, but anyhow. Leonard Fournette, pretty good year receiving the ball, but it was mainly Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Both had 90-plus receptions. Just was Chris Godwin could have done more with his receptions, but whatever. It's all good. Defense. Levante David, outstanding year. Devin White, pretty good as well. TFLs. Ndamukong Suh was very good in a contract year. I ended up paying him. And Shaq Barrett, a little bit disappointing in a contract year, but I paid him anyway because he's a superstar dev. And 3 picks from the rookie, good to see, as well as 3 from Levante, 2 from these 2. And, okay, so interesting year for sure. Let's see where we ranked. 6th for offense, that's realistic for sure. And 7th on defense. Very good year from the Bucs. Let's see if we can continue into the playoffs. And we have the Giants week 1, or I'm sorry, not week 1, in the wild card. We crushed them in the regular season. Hopefully we can do it again, despite Tom Brady's past with the Giants. Let's take a look at who they have. It's probably going to be Danny Dimes and the rest of them. Evan Zeitler and Saquon Barkley versus Mike Evans, Tom Brady, Gronk, Godwin, and all the boys from Tompa Bay. Let's get right into it. We're at MetLife Stadium. There's Joe Judge. Let's go. Levante. I might have actually been Devin White. I don't know. Levante or Devin White. Let's just look at the pregame presentation. Danny Dimes, Evan Engram on the other side. It's going to be a tight game, that's for sure. There's Golden Tate, who had a very good year. And we're on enemy turf, unfortunately, but it is what it is because we were actually 3rd place in the division behind the Saints and the Panthers somehow. But, you know, it's all good because we made the playoffs. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're simming, and I'll jump in if I feel like it, if it's a close game. And but hopefully we can just come out with a sim win, and I'll just jump in a meaningless situation. But they're up 7-0, unfortunately. Hopefully we can tie it, and we do. Let's get a stop here. Down 10-7. Can Danny Dimes be like Eli Manning and be Tom Brady's kryptonite? That's what we'll see here at MetLife. But we're looking pretty good. We're up 7. We got the ball again, and we turned it over. That's just great. But we got the ball. Ball's changing hands a lot. It's been a defensive game, that's for sure. And the Giants get the ball, but we could get a turnover here, and we do. We got the turnover on downs. Let's just ice it here. You know what? I'll play this moment, get you guys some gameplay with Tom Brady and the Bucs. It's 3rd and goal. What should we do? We don't have to pass it, but I will. We'll call Bucs post. I might look for Gronk here. Maybe Fournette or Godwin. Yes, Godwin. Nice. That was great. Got Godwin that touchdown. He had 2 receiving touchdowns, so great game from him. And let's just sim this game out. We're in Carolina, And looking at this pregame presentation, you can tell it's going to be a tight one. They've got Matt Rule there. Let's see if we can come out with a nice sim victory like we pretty much did against the Giants, you know. We did score that touchdown, but you know we would have won anyway. It's all good. And we're in Panther territory, and we got Teddy Bridgewater, Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore to look out for on offense. Their defense, a little bit weak, but Derek Brown always a presence inside, along with Shaq Thompson. So it's going to be an interesting game, that's for sure. So let's see what happens. Let's get this stop here, and we can't do it, unfortunately, but only gave up 3. That's crucial right there. You know, a lot of people don't expect a lot from Teddy Bridgewater in that offense, and especially from that defense. The defense on the Panthers is really weak. But hey, you know, with Matt Rule as the new coach, who knows what they're going to do. Not a lot of continuity, which is worrisome with this coronavirus pandemic situation. But Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, always threats. And who knows what Teddy Bridgewater can do, because he never really has reached his full potential in the NFL. And he has his best chance to in Carolina. So we'll see what happens. But we're down, which kind of sucks. But we got the ball back off turnover and tied it up. And now we turned it over. So that evens it out. We need to stop them, though. Really bad. Ooh, big end of game drive. And I need to play this. 4th down, 4th and 5. Let's see what we can do. I like this play, but I also like curls. I'm going to call curls. O.J. Howard inside, and I can always just go for Evans or Godwin. Oh my gosh. I thought he had him. Oh, man. That was bad. Yeah, this isn't looking too good. All right. Well, I guess I'll see you guys in the offseason. We've arrived to our final decision on these free agents. Ndamukong Suh regressed all the way down to an 80 overall, even though he had 8.5 sacks last year. I'm not sure if I'm going to re-sign him or not. I'm not sure. How much cap space do I have? Only 3 milli. So I've really got to decide between these two or just letting them both go. I don't know. So I have 7 million in that case. I'm going to let him go, honestly. Like, if he put up those numbers in that scheme, then I can definitely draft a better running back or just play Ronald Jones. I'm sorry, but I'm just not paying a running back because that's just not realistic at all. And in the top left corner, you can see it was Chiefs-Panthers in the Super Bowl, but the Chiefs ended up repeating. So that's interesting because Patty Mahomes with the second Super Bowl off that mega deal. And also interesting because everybody underrated the Panthers. And we'll see what happens in the actual season and if they actually do well. But we'll get into our free agency here. And I don't know how many signings I'm going to make. First things first, I got to check, though, if Tom Brady's still here. He better not have retired. And he's still here, thank goodness. So we're going to look for a running back, that's for sure. We're going to look for DNs because we let Ndamukong Suh go. So let's see what's on the market. We could get Trent Williams, that's for sure. That would be... I don't know if I'd have the cap space, though. Yeah, nah. I don't have enough money to make a good deal for him. Marcus Williams would be an interesting signing for sure, but it would take up, like, all my cap space. Fournette's there. I could lowball him just because. Alex Mack at age 35. Sheldon Rankins, he's there. Kenyon Drake. Ooh, could I get him for cheap? You know what? He's probably going to end up re-signing with the Cardinals, so I'm not going to do that. But Everson Griffin would be a nice signing. Oh, what did he want? I'm going to bump it up a tiny bit, see if I can offer that. 97 total points. All right, I'm going to try to get Everson Griffin. I'll let you guys know how that goes. So this is how we drafted. It was a great draft for us, honestly. We got Travis Etienne with our first pick, 80 overall. He deserves it, though. He's an absolute beast, and glad to have him on the squad. Then we took Kwity who's been cited as one of the most athletic players in the NCAA right now, so watch him this season. If the Big Ten resumes, watch him. Then we got Tamorrion Terry out of FSU, 71 overall. Tutu Atwell, Louisville. These dudes will compete for the slot spot and be wide receiver 3, because I think they'll end up being better than Tyler Johnson and Scotty Miller, but we'll see. Then we got Xavier Thomas and KJ Henry on the back end of the draft. I drafted these two. I actually drafted all the way through this pick. I didn't take Mikael Cunningham, but he'll be our backup, I guess. And we got KJ Henry and Xavier Thomas from Clemson. Xavier Thomas is actually a hidden dev, so I don't know if I'm going to start him or Pay, but we'll see. I'll figure that part out. And anyhow, let's look at our roster for week 1. So Tom Brady's down to an 84, as we saw before. Still serviceable. Oh, an 83, actually. Still very serviceable. But we're going to start Travis Etienne from the get-go and have Ronald Jones right behind him. Seemed to be a good decision to pass on paying Leonard Fournette because we got Etienne for cheaper, and he's probably going to end up being a better player. We got Mike Evans up to a 94, Godwin up to a 92, Scotty Miller here with Tutu Atwell as our wide receiver 4. I'm thinking Atwell's going to be our wide receiver 3 from the jump. But our O-line is literally the exact same, besides Tristan Wirfs now being a 77 overall. Came out as a star dev. Gronk went down 1 overall with O.J. Howard still there. Cameron Brate as well. I kind of considered not re-signing Gronk because we have Howard and Brate, but I knew in real life Brady would never want to come back to the Bucs if they let Gronk walk, so had to re-sign him. Defense. Everson Griffin's now our right end in place of Sue. Golston here. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to end up starting Kwity as our left end. Murphy Bunting and Dean are up to 79s, as well as Davis. They're all 79 overalls. Winfield up to a 78. Shaq Barrett, 87. Levante David regressed to an 87. JPP actually went up a dev trade, but I think he regressed a lot. But, you know, it's all right. We'll keep him there. KJ Henry maybe can replace him in the future. Who knows? Maybe even Kwity we could move him there. We'll see. We'll figure all that out. Let me just see who's playing in the slot real quick. Yeah, slot receiver. O.J. Howard has been our slot receiver. That's kind of weird. But yeah, we'll keep him there, honestly. If he's whatever works, whatever works. Anyhow, let's look to repeat and go to the playoffs, and we'll see if Tom Brady stays beyond year 2. Another playoff berth in another year, and it was a bit more rocky. We went 9-7, but we actually won the division this year. It got a lot worse because I'm assuming Drew Brees retired or something, and the Panthers regressed really bad. So the Falcons were my only competition, and we got the tiebreaker because I don't know, honestly, why we got the tiebreaker, but we split the season against them. I know that. Let's look at how we played during the regular season. So we started off pretty rough. I remember that. Yeah, we started off 0-2, lost to the Cards and the Jets. We're actually playing the Cards in the wild card, so we'll watch out for that. Beat the Dolphins, beat the Saints, beat the Giants. Lost to the Lions, we're 3-3. Then we go 5-3, 5-4, and then we win 3 in a row to go 8-5. All 3 divisional games. We go 8-5. Then we drop 3 though to go, or I'm sorry, we were 8-4 here. Then we drop 3 in a row to go 8-7 and pull out a close victory against the Panthers. We got crushed in Tom Brady's return game to the Patriots, even though we were at home, so it wasn't really a return game, but revenge game, I guess, against the Patriots. We got destroyed. You know, I wonder if I can look at the player stats. Yeah, Cam Newton shredded us, and Brady was okay. But anyhow, I'm sure Patriots fans were delighted by that, but it doesn't matter. We made the playoffs, and let's look at our stats. Brady was probably all right. Yeah, he regressed a little bit, but he actually had more touchdowns, I believe. Less yards, but it's okay. He had less picks as well, but, you know, it is what it is. Running the ball, ETN, only 3.7 yards per carry, which not too good. Maybe I should have re-signed Fournette, but it is what it is. Good enough numbers for a rookie. Receiving the ball, Mike Evans, almost a parallel year to what he had. Same with Godwin. I mean, they both had a little bit less receptions, but basically the same amount of yards. They combined for 23 touchdowns. I just wish Godwin could get more yards per reception, but it is what it is. ETN was pretty good out of the backfield. Man, Gronk underperforming, but O.J. Howard, who basically played slot receiver, was very good. Defense, Levante David, monster year. Absolutely monster. Devin White's production has been a little bit hindered because Levante David has been so dominant, but that's a good negative, we'll say. Vita Vea, very good year. Griffin, good enough for what we paid him. Vea led in sacks. Man, Shaq Barrett. Whatever, it's just the Madden sim. Jordan White had 5 picks, though. He actually went up to a star dev. Murphy, Bunting, and Davis with 3. Dean with 2. So our secondary was pretty good. 13 picks for these 4 young guys. So good stuff there. And let's see. We had the 26th offense. Yikes. 6th to 26th and 17th defense. So all-around regression, as you can see. But you expect that from a 44-year-old. We did re-sign him, but that doesn't guarantee he won't retire. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, wild card playoff time. We got the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray. Man, they're a good team with D-Hop, Chandler, Budda Baker, Kyler, all those guys. We're at home, though, and we have a better overall. So let's do it. We've made it to Raymond James Stadium. It's going to be a fun one. There's Jordan Hicks, I believe, and, you know, there's Bruce Arians, TB12, the boys. I think that might be ETN right there. I don't know if he's number 27 or not. Mike Evans, and we finally get to play a home game, actually. Our first 2 playoff games were not at home, but we got home field advantage because we won our division, even though the Cards had a better record than us. This is going to be a fun game, that's for sure. So I'll just sim, and I'll play if I feel like it. I kind of choked in the last game, but I came through in the wild card, so it is what it is, and we're doing well. We're up 14-0 already. Can we make it 21-0? We missed the field goal. Come on, guys. Come on. Just put him away in the second. We're doing really well, though. 17-0. We got the ball again. Hand me my dubs. Hand me my dubs. They don't even score on that drive. Holy cow. They've only got 3 points to 3 quarters. We're up 24. I'm going to just play to show you guys some gameplay, but we really destroyed them. I'll play this just to give you guys a taste of this TB12 Tompa Bay Buccaneers offense. We'll give it to Travis Etienne. Why not? He is a superstar. That's great to see. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, my. Isaiah, was that Buddha or Isaiah Simmons? He was being trailed, though, that's for sure. Hey, it is what it is. It really is what it is. We're doing fine. We are advancing to the divisional playoff, and I'll see you guys there. It's time. There's Bruce Arians. There's Levante. It's time for a W at Raymond James. Coming out the tunnel, TB12 going into his 22nd year in the league, I think. Or no, he's in his 22nd year in the league. Hopefully he'll go longer than that. But he could retire after this, so I hope we go to the Super Bowl, honestly. Let's try that. So, we got Russell Wilson. It's going to be a tough game. We got the ball, though. Maybe we can score. Nope, we cannot. Just hold him out, and we can't even do that. I think we got a turnover in the red zone there, though. That really, really helped. And now we tie it. Good stuff. Elite aging quarterbacks playing here with Russ and Tom Brady. Obviously very different archetypes, but still interesting to see them at this point in their career playing each other with the Hawks and the Buccaneers. Hopefully we can tie it there. We do. Come on, defense. That's rough, but oh man, we turned it over. We just got to hold him out the end zone, and we don't. That's great. We got to score quick, so I'll just hop in here, give you guys some gameplay. Let's do bench pivot, and the clock is running. That kind of stinks, but let's try to score first play. Oh my gosh, his throw power is rough. Oh man, he's 44 years old and his throw power reflects it. Wasn't a good decision by me, but I don't know if he can really make tight window throws anymore. Hey, we'll see what Tom Brady does. I'll get back to you guys with Tom Brady's retirement decision. Guess who's back? Tommy is. Tompa Bay is lasting another year. He's down to a 77, but, you know, God bless him. He's got 2 96-plus overall receivers. We'll be just fine. Only got $5 million in cap space. I mean, is there any cheap options we can do? We need to upgrade the interior line. I know that. Trey Turner, can't afford that. Alright, this dude is a scheme fit. He's 30. You know what? We'll just get the guy Alex Kappa back. He was with us last year. I decided to let him go, but, you know, we can't do any better than him right now. So, oh, is he still deciding? I was going to see what his decision was right away. Huh? What's going on? Why hasn't it shown me that? That's tough. Okay. I guess he's still waiting on other offers, but I'm picking up Devin White's 5th-year option. I'm just showing you guys that. Okay. Can you sign already? Thank you, Alex Kappa. So we got Alex Kappa back, which means the same O-line. I'll see you guys after the draft. I simmed the draft because I didn't scout at all because I thought Tom Brady was going to retire, so... You know, maybe this dude has a dev or something. Nope. 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 And nope. Horrible draft class, and it doesn't really matter, though, because our team is already pretty nice. So let's look at it. Let's see what we have. We're still an 86 overall. TB12 is a 77, but he's got an 85 overall running back, a 96 receiver, 95 receiver, Tutu Atwell here. OJ Howard is gone, so Gronk hopefully will get more usage as a 90 overall. And same O-line. Wirfs is up to a 79, Kappa's back. Yeah, it's literally the same O-line. Same offense, really, besides the absence of OJ Howard. And pretty much same defense, too. Griffin is back. K-Woody Pay is starting here. And I'm probably going to move K-Woody Pay to outside linebacker so Xavier Thomas can start at right end. But otherwise, it's the exact same team. So Jordan Whitehead is a superstar, though. That's huge. He had 5 picks last year, so that's well-deserved. Let's see what we can do. Honestly, this team is really, really good. Can Tom Brady pull through and keep playing well? That's what's yet to be seen, and we'll see you guys after Season 3 of the Tompa Bay era. No playoffs this year. It stinks, but it is what it is. Still 8-8, you know, not a bad year at all for the 45-year-old now. Tom Brady is 45, and he still played a full season, so let's look at our stats. Actually, Tom Brady was great, but we'll look at that later, actually. I want to look at our schedule first. Holy cow, those numbers from Tom Brady, though. We'll take a deeper look at those real quick. But anyhow, so started off 3-1, not bad at all, honestly. And then dropped down to 3-3, had a huge game against the Falcons. I know Tom Brady won Player of the Week with like 6 passing touchdowns. So we get to 5-3 and then drop 4 games in a row. 5-7, and we go 3-1 the rest of the way. But it's not enough to rebound again to the playoffs, unfortunately. So Brady may be going out on that. I don't know. He could stay, though, especially after he had these numbers. Fourth in the league in passing touchdowns with almost 4,500, 32 and 14, 68% completion. Hopefully ETN ran the ball better. Hey, he was more efficient at least. 10 and almost 1,000 yards rushing. Good enough, I'd say. Mike Evans, another monster year. Mike Evans and Tom Brady have had the best connection in the world, and I guess Godwin's just been kind of his outlet. Scotty Miller took the spot for slot receiver. Gronk did better, and we'll look at the defense. Devin White kind of took the spotlight this year because Levante David's regressing because of age. Shaq Barrett, 14 TFL, but could not get to the quarterback. Vita Vea, another huge year. And it looks like we auto-signed Tyquan Lewis, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, terrible for sacks, but is what it is. Picks Devin White had the most, so not a very good defensive year, honestly. Yeah, we had the 6th offense, and it's going to be a low defense. That's it. 4th defense? We had the 4th best defense and the 6th best offense and missed the playoffs. How that happens, I don't know. I thought our defense was our kryptonite, but that was not the case. So, will Tom Brady end it here? I'll let you guys know. Cut. All right, 3, 2, 1. And that just about does it, folks. It's the end of Tom Brady's career. He retires after 23 years, 6-time Super Bowl champion, all with the Patriots. Then in his 3-year run with the Bucs, makes the playoffs twice, goes 10-6, then 9-7, and then 8-8. And I think he put up he had 44. No, he had 4,400. He had 32. He had almost 100 touchdowns with the Bucs. We'll check how he stacks up with all-time numbers in a second. But who else retired the same year as him? Mike Tomlin retires the same year as him. Who else? Dante Hightower retires the same year as his former quarterback. And Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady go out the same year. That's kind of interesting. So the biggest names retiring were A-Rod and TB12. They would make headlines together, make the Hall of Fame the same year. That would be pretty sick if that actually happens. So let's look at Tom Brady's all-time numbers, but we'll look at stats. And then it's NFL records. So Tom Brady finishes with the most career passing yards, just above Drew Brees, then to Peyton Manning with 87K. Passing touchdowns, Tom Brady also finishes with the most over Drew Brees. So Tom Brady is now the undisputed GOAT as he leads in those two categories, has 6 Super Bowls, and, that would have to make him the GOAT, especially after putting up the numbers he did as a 45-year-old, even though they didn't make the playoffs. Do you think this run would tarnish his reputation, though, or add to it? I'm not really sure. He made the playoffs twice, as I said before, made it to the divisional round both times, but no Super Bowl victory. Would going to the Bucs tarnish his reputation or give him more respect in the GOAT argument? I'm not really sure. If this is what happened, I'm not really sure. I would probably argue it does bolster his reputation because as a 43-plus-year-old, he making the playoffs, putting up those numbers, absolutely incredible. So that just about does it for our Tompa Bay era in Madden 21. It was a lot of fun. Nice little short video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I've got more content like this coming out, like maybe Phillip Rivers, and on the Colts, maybe a Cardinals video with D-Hop there. Patty Mahomes rebuild with that monster contract. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Tua, all those guys. I'll keep coming out with Madden 21 content, but it's not going to be like it was in the past. It's going to be more specific. It's going to be more dialed in, and it's going to be more fun. I can guarantee you that. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I certainly did. Have a nice day. Peace out.